speaking about LA Knight. Going on to see Rey Mysterio win the U.S. title off of Austin Theory. His lengthy U.S. title reign has come to an end. Rey Mysterio filling in for Santos Escobar, who was taken out by Austin Theory earlier in the night and before their match. And Rey Mysterio got the replacement call. What do you guys feel about that? Rey Mysterio winning the U.S. title, Austin Theory's reign coming to an end. And then I just put in a tidbit there that LA Knight and Santos Escobar, I feel like that was a missed opportunity for both those guys. What do you guys think about that?
Lewis, can I go on this one?
All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was a missed opportunity for LA Knight because as we see now that there was a plan for him. I think they didn't pull the trigger with the United States title because I feel as though they thought that okay, he's hot now. If we just give him the title, then what? Then where do we go from there? Let's actually tell a story and actually like build him up as what they're doing right now with the Miz. So I don't think it was a missed opportunity for him. Now for Santos. Mm-hmm. I also don't think it's a missed opportunity because I actually think this is going to actually lead to what I want to see, and that's finally a heel Santos Escobar again. As much as I've loved this whole LWO phenomenon, I like Santos so much better when he was a heel in Legado del Fantasma, and I think that's what we're leading to. You see the way the story pans out. Santos gets hurt. Rey Mysterio now wins the title. You don't think you're gonna start seeing some seeds of jealousy out of Santos now that Rey Mysterio took his opportunity and actually won the championship? I feel like this.
Oh no, I'm fine with that. But
yeah, that's why I don't. My bad.
Is that Judgment Day? Is that Judgment Day of Jace?
I mean,
Judgment Day storyline with different parts.
I think it's going to build over time. I don't think it's going to come immediately. I think it's going to it's going to be a Triple H's long-term storybook telling. I think eventually though we're going to get a heel Santos probably by the beginning of next year, but I like the fact that Austin that they took the title off of Austin Theory. Since he's been on SmackDown, man, he has definitely fallen off compared to how hot he was initially winning the title when they were trying to get him away from that goofy prodigy gimmick he had with Mr. McMahon and actually trying to make him serious again. But ever since he's come to SmackDown, I don't know if it's because he hasn't had the opponents. I don't know if it's because that actually may be the only reason because he hasn't had the opponents. And this story with Rey Mysterio and Santos was actually like his first like decent feud. So I like the direction that they're moving with Rey Mysterio winning the U.S. title, and hey, I mean they already tied in Dominic when they had Rey Mysterio go to NXT to be in the corner of Dragon Lee. By having Santos turn, then you got Dominic over there saying, "See what I mean, Dad? It's not just me. Look what just happened here." Continuing that story, so sky's the limit.
I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna step in here for a minute. One, I feel like it's a misstep with LA Knight because one, he hasn't really had a real rivalry. That's one to me. Two, a mid-card title for him is the next stepping stone for him, right? Like that's usually what we see.
So we're really not going to count Bray Wyatt.
You win the.
We're not going to count Bray Wyatt. It was on a pay-per-view. It was a PLE. There was a PLE match.
It was a pitch black match.
That's my whole problem.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
And I'm fine with LA Knight, the building of him and stuff like that. But usually we have the coming of age, right? Like you usually have a rivalry. You usually have a mid-card title. I felt like that was something that he could have been put into that position against Austin Theory at that point in time. Go back and forth with Austin Theory, who's this punk kid, this arrogant kid, versus LA Knight, who's over with everybody and who's trying to work for everything and get to that next point in his career. I felt like that would have been a nice stepping stone. He didn't have to hold the title forever. But I feel like just to see him with some gold around his waist would have been a nice touch. That's one. And then another thing, too, with the LA Knight, we can't have him keep beating up Hit Row Top Dollar. We can't keep having him do that. Like,
I don't know who keeps booking that. Like, give him another opponent.
Daniel, let me intervene for a second.
Yeah.
About LA Knight. Okay. When did people really realize that LA Knight was hot? It was the night he came out during the Money in the Bank build. Logan Paul, Ricochet, Nakamura in the ring, and then LA Knight cut that promo against Logan Paul. That was the video on YouTube that had the high numbers, and that's when people started noticing that LA Knight was hot. And SummerSlam, I think Money in the Bank was like a couple of weeks later. So I think they were trying to see, is this, can he keep up this momentum? Now, it's been now it's been a month. Now let's see what he does in another feud against the Miz. That's why I think it wasn't a missed opportunity, because they're still building him.
He should, but he's on one. The Miz is on Raw and he's on SmackDown.
How did that happen?
There's people to feud with him on
the brand split is
There's
dead.
people to feud with him on now. There's people to feud with him on SmackDown. That's my whole thing. Is like there's people on there that he can feud with and battle with. He can go after Sheamus. He can go after Austin Theory. He can go after fucking
the Austin Theory wouldn't make sense, because was he in that tournament though? Was he in the tournament?
LA Knight,
or did he lose?
LA Knight. I think he was. He lost. He was in the multi-man match with Santos, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, but my whole thing about that is just like. My whole thing about that is that was a missed opportunity, because that would have given him a storyline. You would have had a prick heel in Austin Theory that he could have went back and forth with. You could have kept building him. And now it's like he's battling the Miz. It's like, is he really going to lose to the Miz? No, he's not going to lose to the Miz.
I don't think it's a missed opportunity.
I just feel like the Miz. I just feel like the Miz giving him a rub isn't doing it. Like, that's not going to do anything.
It's a warm-up.
That's not going to do anything.
It's going to give him cheers. It's going to give him more momentum.
It's a warm-up feud.
You just want to see him with gold already. That's the thing.
No, I'm just saying. I just feel like that's the natural order of things. If we're going to be building stars, you win the mid-card strap and you continuously ascend to that main card.
I feel like they haven't done that in a while, though. Like, who has won a
now?
No, I know, but you said the same thing. You said the same thing with Austin Theory, though. Look, he got the U.S. title, and it was a dud of a run. I mean, yeah, he beat John Cena. Nobody really cared for that.
He didn't face anybody.
Exactly.
I mean, it wasn't a dud. It only became a dud once he got drafted to SmackDown. But before then, it was a good run.
It was okay. He never.
That's not his fault, though. That's. With Austin Theory, that's not his fault. That's not his fault. And then another thing right there, LA Knight could have been his first real feud. That's the main thing there with that.
I think they're just trying to give him more wins before he's. I think he's just. I don't know. I have a feeling they're either just going to catapult him into the main event.
But he's going to get more wins against Top Dollar.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Main wins against Top Dollar.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think they want to put a mid-card title on him, because they know he's going to, if things play out right, he's going to get put into that main event spot. Why prolong it with a mid-card title?
He's already lost, though.
What do you mean?
He's already lost.
How?
He's been pinned before.
What does that matter? What does that matter? No, I'm saying right now he's winning. I'm saying right now he's winning. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, he's beating Top Dollar. He's gonna beat the Miz. This is all these wins are gonna lead to that main event.
So he's gonna get a main event push after beating Top Dollar and the Miz.
You don't know who he's going up after the Miz.
It's 2000.
I'm not saying he's getting it. I'm not saying. Listen, can you listen? I'm not saying he's going to beat the Miz and go straight for the world title. I'm saying. No,
I understand that.
After the Miz,
I understand.
Guarantee he'll have another feud with one more person, and then boom, number one contenders match, whatever. he's gonna get a couple wins before, but I feel this is the start of him climbing that mountain. Yeah, he's had losses.
It's a warm up feud because Miz is the ultimate heel, and LA Knight is hot right now, so you're gonna get that difference.
He's gonna get a pop easily.
Faces and heels.
You just say that's negativity.
It's a warm up feud for him, and then they're going to another more serious feud.
Negativity against the Miz and shitty booking. Yes.
Why? That's the Miz's job. How many people
Miz is a Triple Crown champion, damn it.
Exactly.
Have some respect for the man's
2 times. Respect your Hall of Famers, Daniel. Respect your Hall of Famers.
It isn't even like the Miz. It isn't even like the Miz has like a faction that like LA Knight can go against or anything like that. There's nothing that he has to go through. It's the Miz.
Hey, maybe he reunites with Logan Paul and they feud.
I'm just saying, on that standpoint of LA Knight, I feel like they're just wasting his run and just living off the promos and the skills.
You're discrediting them.
I feel like they should. I just don't think we know he's going to beat the Miz. Like, there's nothing like
he's going to get a win. Isn't that the point?
I'll say this much: Logan Paul is going to face LA Knight at WrestleMania this year. I'm calling it right now.
Say that again.
See that.
Logan Paul is going to face LA Knight at WrestleMania this year. I'm going to call it right now.
I could see it. I don't want it to happen.
LA Knight continues this momentum.
They should do that.
Into this. That's exactly the match they're going to do.
Probably.
Guess what? He's gonna lose.
No. Logan's already got his win.
Imagine that. What's on? It's August 16th, 2023. If that match happens, LA Knight's taking the pin.
No, he's not.
They built him up all this time to have him lose to Logan Paul.
No.
I'm booking it right now.
He's not taking the pin.
He's not. I don't think he would. I don't think he would take the pin.
No.
Let me write it down. I don't have my pen. Where's my pen? Where's my pen? I don't have my. I want to. Just mark this. I'll write it down. August 16th, 2023. If Logan Paul versus LA Knight, LA Knight's going to lose.
No.
They're going to do it.
No.
I'm just saying. They Lex Express Cody Rhodes. They're going to do it. They're going to break all our hearts. I'm just saying. But now, let me move on to the second part of this here. I don't want to take too long on this, but Santos Escobar. I felt like that was a missed opportunity for Santos. That should have been his moment. Getting
he's too babyface, and it's not.
And I feel like
eventually,
so what? The LWO has been a fun
get Ray versus Santos for the title.
It's gonna be Ray versus Santos easily. Like Brian said, he's gonna be way better. He's way better as a heel. And this is literally set up for that because they were a heel faction. They were a heel faction.
We're gonna have Austin Theroy. So on SmackDown, just for recollection, we're gonna have the new Hurt Business be heels. We're gonna have Santos Escobar be heels. We're gonna have the Bloodline be heels. Who's left? The OC?
OC, yes.
Everyone's
Brutes.
Everyone's just a heel on SmackDown.
Brawling Brutes. Hit row.
I just feel like that was a missed opportunity for Santos. No. I felt like he should have been in that position to dethrone Austin Theory, maybe start a rivalry, and then have him go after something. Santos Escobar has been fantastic,
but he's not a good. He's not a good baby face. He's not a good baby face, though. He's a natural heel. That's like, you know what he reminds me of? I feel like if he would have won the title, it would have been like a Ricochet U.S. title reign. That's where him just smiling.
But he actually has he actually has personality though.
As a babyface, I don't see it.
He can pull that off.
This is my mentor, Rey Mysterio. I love him so much. Blah blah. No, come on. The setup is easy there. If anything, he's gonna take that title off.
Every faction's gonna be a heel. I feel like there's just too many heel factions at that point if he's going to do that.
But look at how long they've been.
And where does that leave Austin Theory?
They've been a babyface faction for a while now, since what? Before WrestleMania?
Like a year.
Exactly.
Like a year, yeah. It's almost a
year. So why is it so bad that they're going to be a heel now?
I just again, the Hurt Business is going to be a heel. They're going to be heels. The Bloodline are heels.
We don't know if the Hurt Business is going to be heels.
They beat up the Brawling Brutes.
Hey, it's just showing dominance, right?
They're heels.
It's just showing dominance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would like that to be the answer. I would like that to be the answer, right? Like, but again, I just feel like that's a missed opportunity for Santos. And
exactly,
like,
making a statement. They don't necessarily just makes them strong.
I mean, if Rey Mysterio's turning. If Rey Mysterio's turning to, if they put the title on Rey Mysterio to turn them heel, I'm not against that because I understand that the teacher and the young guys coming after him finally get that. But it's like that ties into the Dominic Mysterio thing. Like, is he gonna like? That means Dominic was right. Is that what we're gonna do? Like Dominic's right now. Like Michael Cole's gonna blow a gasket.
He's sick. Someone needs to beat the crap out of him.
That's why I'm like, all these heels and all this stuff, and especially with that storyline, like Michael Cole's gonna blow a gasket.
Exactly.
And then does Dominic join the LWO?
He is so much better since Vince McMahon is no longer like involved in the day-to-day anymore. Yeah, I think they finally let Michael Cole go.
So Dan, tell me this though, because you were rattling off how there's so many heel groups. Who right now is a top babyface besides Cody Rhodes?
On Raw, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
No, SmackDown.
Ricochet.
Oh no,
it's SmackDown. Yeah, Ricochet's on Raw.
Yeah, LWO's on what? They're on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, LWO's on SmackDown. Yeah, right now the top baby faces are AJ Styles and Sheamus, sadly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he needs a heel turn.
Oh, not what? Too many heels.
Now you want to create another heel faction?
Another heel faction?
Wait. I didn't say the Brawling Brutes should be heels. I said Sheamus should be a heel. Sheamus should be a heel.
I feel like if Sheamus goes like, heels, the Brawling Brutes are gonna go heels as well. Like
exactly.
There's no.
I don't think so.
Plus,
you tell me Butch is gonna
should be on his own anyway.
Oh, he should. But I don't know. This is what I'm saying. There aren't
Butch in. What we need is a tag team division.
That's what you got to tell me that.
That's what all this is. That's what all this is.
It is true. There's so many fucking factions and no damn tag titles.
LWO.
Don't send me down that hole right now. Don't send me down that hole right now.
Diddly, whenever that guy I'm just saying. That's what should happen. But
I'm just saying.
I just feel like those are missed opportunities. You can agree because
I feel like
you guys disagree because you guys feel like the storyline's going a different place. But it's just like.
No, my thing is like
I just feel like the LWO would have been benefited from Santos backing up Santos, and then whenever they bring back the tag team titles, they could have had that. But it's like, no.
I don't know. I just felt like maybe because I saw Santos in NXT as this top heel, and then he comes up here and he's a baby face, and I don't know. Maybe he just is not resonating with me as that. Like I like the group. But mind you, it was more just focused on Rey and Zelina for a bit, not highlighting the rest of the guys. Santos is just there supporting Rey, they're supporting Zelina, and it's just like, oh, they've been all happy. Like Brian talked about this, like, Joe, like, what are they doing with this group? They're just like over here, just like happy and we're cool and this and that. But it's just
it's just like
it's not getting them.
It's a complete opposite of what made people like them in the first place.
Exactly, and it's like when they were heels, they were in that top spot, which I feel that's what they're trying to get to right now. So That's why I think this heel turn is going to make more sense, and it's going to give him a bigger push if he does beat Rey for that title. You know,
what if they went in the direction of having Dominic be the reason that Santos turns heel, and then Dominic takes over the LWO?
As I said,
I don't know if Zelina would go.
That means Dominic.
No. If Santos is turning, then Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Zelina, they're all turning too. So she'll already be a heel.
But Dominic will have Rhea, and I don't think Rhea and Zelina are gonna
capitalize on Zelina after the match at Backlash. So she has no momentum right now. So you might as well have her turn heel.
They can't do that because then Rhea Ripley's going to be running Rakshaw on SmackDown.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't do that. That's too many crossing paths.
Yeah, but they already killed that momentum though from the Backlash match though. So you can't. Can you rebuild that? I don't think you can. She had a good show back to Puerto Rico.
She had a good showing at Money in the Bank. She had a good showing at Money in the Bank. The code right off the ladder is dope. So I mean,
Money in the Bank.
She should be in the
What has she done now?
I don't know.
Last time I saw Zelina Vega, she was coming out on Shotzi's tank trying to fool Bailey and Io Sky. That was on SmackDown. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
All right, ring the next bell.
Fix it, WWE. Fix it. Bring it.